was limited due to colonial neglect, marginalization, religious discrimination, and among others. And in many cases, Islamic education through madrasas, public schools, thrived in isolation from mainstream education systems, creating a knowledge gap in modern disciplines. Today, while progress has been made, disparities still persist. We still register low enrollment in universities. When you come to Makerere, as the School of Engineering, where I happen to be their GRC, we happen to register only 54 Muslim students out of the 584 students. So we realize the gap that we do still have, and I'm glad that Dr. emphasized that point of seeking knowledge. It is not only seeking knowledge in the Quran, but also seeking knowledge from other disciplines. And this is where academic excellence comes in, which is no longer an option, but our fundamental role to ensure that we do excel in our academics. The other disparities include issues to do with infringement on religious rights. For nursing schools, having the ladies being forced not to attend classes with their veils. We have recorded some concerns from Eastern region and Central, and we do believe that together with the Uganda Student Council, we can rise and encounter such challenges, among other challenges. However, institutions like Iuiu have come up and promoted access to education, and therefore it is our collective role to ask for attained education to ensure that we uplift others, to ensure that we carry out career guidances in our respective communities. That word is not just a word of inspiration or motivation, but it is a plea of hope that you can give to someone so that they can rise and promote Islam upon excelling in their academics. Therefore, let's draw inspiration from the doctors that are here. Let's draw inspirations from resourceful people out there who have made it and who have excelled and are in good positions that we admire to be in. Lastly, the other shocking reality is one of the directors revealed to me that Uganda loses over 500 youth on a daily basis to modern slavery. Uganda loses 500 youth on a daily to modern slavery. And I've witnessed this whenever I go to the airport, that I find those ladies really going out for slavery, so on and forth. And of recent, we have learned of the BBC documentary that uncovered stories of Ugandan women who were allegedly lured to provide promises to legitimate jobs. And how this story was unfolded is that they were trapped into being exploited sexually. These and more stories happen even when BBC doesn't come up to unveil. But it poses a challenge to us as Muslim students and the youth. The high rates of unemployment in the world today are alarming, and particularly in Uganda. And unlike when I was in Tanzania last month, I realized every road that was under construction was under the natives. And I asked one of the people we were traveling with, how comes you have no Chinese working on your roads? And I just saw a post of the Chinese even taking on a contract of just 500 million. Does it mean that we as Ugandans have no engineers who can take on such projects? He told me that Magufuli, upon coming into his office as president, he banned all contracts that were given to Chinese. Unlike us, we have a lot of Chinese taking on each and every project. However, we should not think that we should not commit ourselves to the anthem of the uncommitted and those that are not favored, but we should take on action. We as learned individuals, we who have managed to access higher education, how can we shine out? How can we stand out so that the government officials don't say, we are no longer giving jobs to Ugandans because they are incompetent, they do embezzle funds, so on and forth. So allow me to appeal to you that let's do our best when it comes to prioritizing our academics. Let's do our best to utilize the time that we do have at campus, dedicated, develop some skills, develop some other skills that can be enabled to stand out competently, and so that we can take on the job work, so that we can ensure we are not lost the world of slavery upon accomplishing our bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Other than that, I remain one. We are the torch bearers. We never give up.